Starting live stream. Ta-da! We're live. Yeah, I think it works. I know why it says still bathrobe edition. There's no bathrobe. It's warm. 21 degrees in here. Hello and welcome to Let's Talk EV almost every Sunday. Where's my SD card here for my camera? Everybody cool? Photostorm is already here. That's nice. As usual, we go a bit through news, what happened this week, then what happened with the channel. Good evening. Then we talk what will be happening this week on the channel, what videos. And that's it. And then we just talk. Hi there, Renzo. What is that, Italian? Hi from the Netherlands. Ooh, already 3 people from the Netherlands here. It's cool. But as always, let's go through a bit of news and then we talk further. Yeah, always use ElecDrive.net because they have not too much news or not stuff that's not so important, right? And let's try it here. That's cool. Okay, the first thing that I see is that Rivian has moved the first deliveries for a few weeks. That's interesting. Hyundai. I haven't looked through this before, of course. But yeah, Seat Elborn, or not Seat Elborn, Cupra Born, how they changed it now. Has now a Sasquatch. Is now, it looks good, I have to say. It's a good looking car. I mean, it's an ID.3 just without this plastic thing there. It looks good in that blue, I have to say. It's a beautiful car. And the only difference that I have seen towed away 2007. Well, my ID.3 is still great. I'm sorry. Sorry if yours is not. I'm sorry for you, but mine works amazing. Well, I haven't driven it in a while, but I drove it today for a few meters. It worked just perfectly. ID.3 is a real shame for Volkswagen. I think that every car maker has, when they bring out cars, there are cars that are delivered that are not amazing. Tesla had the same thing, or BMW or whatever, and then not just ICE cars, electric cars. Just happens. But yes, since 2.1, there has been less and less problems with the car, and I don't have any problems with my car. Why are these cars never available in my neck of the woods? I'm so sorry. But the Cupra is nice. The only thing what I have seen, what it has different, it has a boost mode to get 170 kilowatt for a few seconds. Where does it say how long it is? Doesn't say. And the boost function is available from 2022. Cat is here. ID, you buy an ID tour in Germany, is IT a 4-seater? Yes, the big one is a 4-seater. If you want a 5-seater for the big battery, there's a different one that's even called that way. I think ID.3 5 or something. No problems with my car either. First edition base model now in 2.1. Yeah, that's what I mean. Chris only breaks French cars. I don't break them, they break by themselves. Can ID.3 have both panoramic roof and 77 kilowatt hour battery? No, it can also not have the tow hook. Well, it's not towing, but the hook to have a bike rack in the back with the 77 kilowatt hour. Nope, you can't. Maybe they changed it at some point. They also said that it will never be a 5-seater. Now it is. It's possible they change it. But that Cupra looks nice. Also already on the Volkswagen website is that the big the small battery. We'll do an extra video on the new configurator for the ID.3 because there have been some changes. And now the small battery can have 110 kilowatt charging, and the big, where was it? 110 kilowatt there, and the battery that we have now 120. It's not sure if this will be updated with a software update for the existing cars or it has to be something hardware. But it will go through the configurator at some point. I'm still waiting for all the update news. I don't know yet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this we did last week, right? Yeah, this is old. There wasn't too many news in here. Inside EV, what did it's a nice car. Oh my god. What did we have? Yeah, delayed. What is this? Jaguar I-Pace parking. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh god. Yeah, I think that's it for that. Not too much news. Ionity has no new construction, and did anything go live? I think one in the Czech Republic went live, right? Have to look. Yeah, I know. So needy. Come on. No, they're not. When we look at the map, not a lot going on. This one here went live. I know that. Because now we can go from Prague to Dresden with one charger in the middle, and even Dresden is one. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, Cat says hello. You can't order Tour anymore. You can order Pro S4 or 5-seat. Ah, see, he knows stuff. The Born looks really nice. That's true. What's the name of the cat? It's Finnegan. The 110 charge on 45 kilowatt hours? Yes, 120 on the... I thought it would be more. We'll see. Mine did not charge with locations programming. I tried to disable preferred hours. Works for now. Yeah, I don't use that function, so that's why I don't have a problem with that. I just charge to 80% every day. I don't need it at preferred times or on preferred locations. That's why I don't know if this has a problem. Yeah, according ID.3 with the software update, I hope I have a call with Volkswagen this or next week about how the update will work. I had a meeting with them 2 weeks ago. Hi Chris. Range about ID.3, 58 kilowatt hours, 110 kilometers an hour. I made an Rokobie test with my ID.3. You can watch that. And there I did the calculation what the range at 90, 110, 130 should be. I did a full range test at 90 and at 130. 110 kilowatt is a software update. No, so it will be hardware update for Bladzon. Hardware update for the ID.3. They don't know yet if it will be software update too for the existing cars. But again, I had a call with Volkswagen about the software update. They will contact me again. I hope this week or next week, and then we talk. I can make a video when the update is, how it will work, what it will include, because that's really exciting. They told me a few things that I can't say so far, but it's really nice. I think it will be nice. Hi, we did it. One Ionity went live in Italy. It's cool. Hi, and go for Steve Holt. Every time, do you keep the battery at 100% in the garage? No. Daily use 80%, only 100% if I have to drive far. And I'm a bit different because most of the times I'm doing some weird tests with cars. And so the press cars I have, I shamelessly charge to 100% most of the time. No, it's not nice. But I want to keep them at 100% if I have to do some test. Unless I do specifically a test where I start at a lower state of charge. Because it's hard to bring a battery down if you need it fast, lower, but it's easier to get it high. So if I want to do a test at 50%, it's at 100%. It takes a while to bring it down to 50, but if it's at 40% and need it at 50, that's easier then. What's coming up this week? So right now I have the Kia Niro. It arrived last Tuesday. It was cool. The Peugeot E2008 got picked up by a trailer, a private person that works for a company and that works for Peugeot, picked it up. And they both said that it will be late in the afternoon, but luckily they came at around noon. That was cool. Kia Niro was driven to me. It's only 3 months old because I can see in the app that the first drive was in March. And Robert E. Niro is just an amazing name. It was, where is he? He's here. Manuel Gülnitz, he made the joke. It's amazing. Amazing joke. Let's go to 100 likes. I need to mow the lawn. Why was that blocked by YouTube? That's weird. Yeah, the Kia Niro was driven here. It's only in the press car thing. It's the facelift model since March, and it already has 15,000 kilometers on it. I only drove so far, I think 600 or 700. So, no, it was a bit. Today was already 200, more than 200. Yes, I'm here, but dishwashing. It's nice. So I did 130 kilometers an hour range test on Friday evening. Yes, I have this week off. Woo! Holidays. Tomorrow we're not gonna do a lot. We have 10-year anniversary, my wife and I, on Thursday. That will be nice. I'm excited about that. Yeah, but we can't go anywhere. You know how it is. Where we? Yes, it's great for long trips. Really awesome. It is. I've did many trips. 600,000 kilometer trip, 600 kilometer trip and back, and then I don't know, a few trips, 400 kilometers. I think it's great. What I noticed with the Niro already now is that it has. I think the efficiency is not that much different. Niro ID.3 when I look at the consumption, but with the 10% bigger battery, it feels like the range doesn't go down as fast. But I also noticed in the Niro that the GOM is crap. So really, the range that the Niro shows is total crap. I had 400 kilometers on it. So almost every time when I charge it full, it says around 400 kilometers. And then I drove at 130 kilometers an hour, always the same speed, constant speed. And it just slowly went down. In the ID.3, the range would go down in 10 minutes to a level where I know this is, with my speed that I'm doing right now, this will be my range. I know how far I can drive. And with this, it just slowly went down. Even at 50%, it's when I drove 140 something kilometers, and at 50% it still showed 200 kilometers. I knew that's not possible, and it was even less than the 140 that I drove there. So it was not good. I didn't like that at all. Any information why they didn't upgrade the charging power of the Pro S? I can't say that, sorry. I went here to say my cheap Tesla still works. That's great! I'm so happy for you. There was the Model S, right? The used one. Model S 85D, if I can remember correctly. Nearly like a nice car, yeah. But we take the Volkswagen next week for Côte d'Azur trip, 3,000 kilometers. Yeah, I get it. I still get it when people don't want to do amazingly long trips with an electric car. It just takes so much longer. I understand it. I couldn't do it. I love charging. I'm horrible, but I get it. But 110 km max charge, the curve will be less flat. It wasn't never that flat. It was always. But it is okay. You are guessing, or do you have real information about that photo storm? Robert here is waiting. Let's get to that. Surely, yeah, I'm here. Which would you recommend, the top spec Kona against the basic spec 58 kilowatt hour ID.3? That's hard. It depends. You should drive both, see what you prefer. Front wheel drive to rear wheel drive, a bit more range, 2 more features in the ID.3. The Kona, the ACC, so Adaptive Cruise Control, is way better in the ID.3. It all depends how you use the car. You should try them both for a day or so, and then make your decision on how you feel in the car. The Niro, I was surprised, is way louder at 130 than the ID.3. I would say ID.3 at 160 is the same loudness as Niro at 130. So if you drive a lot of long distance, oh, e-tron 50, I didn't know that. The Bratwurstwagen is e-tron. But I also get this almost the same range, but way faster charging speed with the e-tron. So you get to your destination faster. In fact, charging speed will be faster on ID.3. Good evening, Michael. Oh, on the Niro. Check the history. Maybe the previous drives were pretty low in consumption. No, I had the car for a week, and I drove every day, and I drove the 130 for 3 hours, 2.5. If it takes that long for the consumption to do the range, I'm sorry, that's not what I want. It should be done in maximum 20 to 30 minutes, or at least the last 20 kilometers, something like this. Takes too long. Hi Chris, do you know where I can order the double deck for truck? Max Halfbar Plus. You mean trunk? I have no idea. I have no. You mean in the trunk, the thing that you have a second trunk? I have no idea. We did this trip already with Ioniq 28, same time as a Tigger and TSI because of kids. That's good. That's good. Oh yeah. What's coming up this week? This morning I did Niro Rakobi test. This will come. I did the power drive, so on the highway top speed, acceleration. This will come. And on Friday the Niro will be picked up, and I get the AMG ZSEV. What else? I will want to do a video with Cindy on the Niro this week. Yeah, we'll look about that. Hey Marcus, we already did trips about 1,000 kilometers a day with ID.3, 500 kilometer destination, 6 hours sightseeing and so on, 500 kilometers back on same day. Yeah, no problem at all. If you charge there, then you have to charge twice for 15-20 minutes in the summer. Yeah, I mean, I drove to Wolfsburg in the winter. And yes, because of heat, and because it was 5 degrees or so, and it was raining also, but I needed the heat in the car, it took longer, and the consumption was pretty high, around 270 or something watt-hours per kilometer, because I also was driving 130, 140, but it was charging amazing. And how I drive with my ID.3 is always 40 kilometers more than I need of range. And when I see the range displayed, it's the speed that I've been doing for the last few trips. That's my thing. First start with 100%, then go to the first charger in 180 kilometers or so. And then the range is displayed, is already knows the consumption of how I drive with heat and with the speed. And then 40 kilometers more, I charge with the next charger is at 100 kilometers. Then I charge to 140 kilometers, and then. But in the winter, like I said, when I went to Wolfsburg, there was one trip in between for 145 kilometers or so, because Ionity chargers are not that close here. It's not like in Norway where every 50 kilometers there's a high power charger. Nope. And that's why I had to charge 185 kilometers, and with winter and driving fast, this was above 80%, and that took a bit. That took a while. Oh, I saw you did a video, Marcus, with the F-150. What did you say? I didn't watch it. I'm horrible. Just tell us now, so we know. So this will come this week. That will be cute. We just thought that tomorrow maybe we take a trip, my wife and I, because the Niro is at 48%, and then I would have to charge it. Kia was so nice and gave me a charging card with the car. That's very nice. And then of course I don't charge at home. Why would I pay for it if they are so nice and pay for it? It's very nice. I enjoyed it a lot. Mercedes did that. Nissan, I think Nissan did that. Hyundai did that. Renault didn't. Did Renault? No, Renault did not. I just did comparison of my car next to F-150 with music to see the size difference. Yeah, F-150 is a huge car, eh? When I was living in Canada for that 6 months, a lot of trucks and they're huge, huge cars. I don't know who needs a car like that. Really not. What I want to say? Yeah, next cars, like I said, that will be coming is next Friday, MG ZS EV, and then not even 2 weeks later, the Monday after that. What do we have now? That's the 4th. So yeah, Monday 14th, I get the ID.4 for 4 weeks. I still have to do the planning for the 1,000-kilometer trip as fast as possible. Maybe I wait for the update. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Week 24, 25. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I have to do other videos at that time. But I'm looking forward to have the ID.4 for 2 weeks, drive to work and do normal trips. That would be nice. I like that. Niro is overall, this is the word I wanted to say. Niro is a nice car. I like driving it. Update hints. Yeah. Sorry. The Niro drives really nice. Good suspension, good power, good steering, great range. After the 130 test, I don't trust the range anymore. Before I would have said, you got to focus. What did I start? Did I forget something? I always forget stuff. I know. I'm bad with that. I always go in one direction and then I talk about something and then I forget where I was. That's me. Yeah, this morning I did the Rockobi test with the Niro, so I got up early. But the Niro really drives great. Camera is in focus. I can see it here. I don't know what you see. I can see my picture here and it's perfectly in focus. If I do this, then it's not in focus. It's still on me. But whoop, it's still the same. Chris, have you thought about doing a ranking video of all the EVs you tried or a tier list? Huh. Maybe at some point. Maybe that would be an idea. I want to do soon. I have a few things planned. Videos. I have a little list. I want to do ID.3, the new configurator. Then that the ID.3 is still my favorite after driving 28 different EVs. ID.3 is included in this. So I drove more cars, but I drove the Zoe, for example, twice. I had the Ioniq twice, but I say Ioniq small battery, Ioniq big battery. This is something different. At the Kona twice, but I had 28 different EVs with the same battery motor. Let's say it like this. I never, well, did I? Well, Model 3 Standard Range Plus, I drove that. Maybe it's 29. Did I think about that? I don't know. But again, I wanted to do that. The ID.3 is still my favorite of those 28 so far. Yes, it had its faults, and yes, the other cars have amazing things like the Niro, amazing regen. God, it's amazing. Then at some point I want to do a charging video with the ID.3 where I charge from 50 to 80 or I don't know, 30 to 80% at 2 kilowatt, 11 kilowatt and 100 kilowatt. So a high power charger, and see how many that's my mixer here that doesn't like thing. I see the loss. So the what you pay for, what's better for to charge your ID.3, but it's just so much work to measure that and have to drive it exactly down to the same state of charge. That's a bit hard. And I also wanted to do a video about the difference in the 1,000-kilometer drive that I did with the EQA, the ID.3 and the Model 3. That would be also interesting to me. Hi, what do you think of EMBW raising their charging prices? Yeah, it's a big thing. So far, if I didn't use my WeCharge card, I used EMBW, especially on AC charging for 29 cents and sometimes even DC charging for 39 cents, because I didn't want to use WeCharge for expensive chargers. I only use WeCharge at Ionity, where it's just 30 cents, so I can charge as much as possible for free. Still have around 100 euros left on my WeCharge 500 euro thing I got from the first edition. And yeah, from July on, was it July 6th or so, I have the ADAC card from EMBW. Then it's 38 for AC and 48 cents for DC, and I looked it up, and this is even when it's EMBW charger. If it's a different charger, it can be even 10 cents more. And I looked at Maingau again, and Maingau is then the same price, but on all AC and DC chargers. Doesn't matter if it's has to do with them or not. So I'm guessing I will use Maingau from then on, but it's expensive, 48 cents for a kilowatt hours of DC charging. Whew, just way too much. F-150 is a great car, really great car to tow or a rowing boats trailer to Munich. Best car for that. Yeah, could be. Charging efficiency, good idea. Yeah, I thought about that. Again, it's a great idea, but I think it's very hard to do. Again, I go to work, come home, and what if I'm at 35% and I want to get to 30? Then I have to drive a bit more and have to be at home exactly when it goes from 31 to 30. That's very hard. In the winter, I could turn on the heat and wait, but still work to wait 10-20 minutes. In the summer, it's a bit harder. So I don't know how to do that yet. We'll see, but I want to see what's the difference is, because I have a, sorry, dying. I have a counter for a normal Shuku outlet where I can see how many kilowatt hours have been used to charge. My 11 kilowatt solution right now has a counter, and if I charge at Ionity, I also of course have a counter, so I can see what the difference is. Just a lot gray import. Really? F-150 never in Europe, so the electric one will also not come here. It makes sense. I don't know who will buy that. The same as the Cybertruck. People will just buy it because it's Tesla, not because they need that car. 98 people, what the hell is going on? If you all like now, then it's 100 likes and you all can go. You can get rid of me right now. Hi Chris, Manchester calling. Hi Mike. Oh, Mick, not Mike, sorry. I do that every time, eh? I'm horrible. I'm so horrible. I apologize. Drive it to lower state of charge and charge. My God, what? I'm tickling there. Drive it to lower state of charge and then charge up to your target and start from there. That's true. That's true. See? That's why you're here. That's a great idea. Like, but not going. Come on. You can go. 32 likes. But it went up 10 likes just by saying that. Not sure about the gray market thing. Charge port on F-150 will need to be changed. Petrol versions don't need such modifications. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, it went down 31 likes for a second. Sorry, somebody disliked. That's okay. Yeah. I had a call with Ellie this week. We thought we would do something together, but it looks like I don't think that they want to work with me because what they had was more for the German market, and I'm more international. So my German market right now, the last month, is only 13 something percent that Germans watch my videos, and that's not that much. So maybe it's a bit of a hassle for something that doesn't help them. That's okay. It's a great idea though. What they pitched to me, great idea. It sounds good. If they do that Europe-wide, then I'm in. I can do it. Maybe I get it too. We'll see. But it's a really great idea. They did well. They're not sleeping around. Yeah, what else happened? Yeah, let's talk a bit more about the Niro because I have it here. And when the Niro came, I'm honest, I was totally in the mindset that this is a Korean car like Kona. It's extremely efficient. And it will have a lot of range, and it still charges okay, not that amazing. And I think I changed all those three things. Yes, it is efficient, but it's not that much more efficient than my ID.3. Yes, it was 13 or 14 degrees, and when I did my ID.3 test, it was 20 degrees or something at 130 kilometers an hour. But I drove with the ID.3 280 and with the e-Niro 300 kilometers. So let's say when it's even warmer, the e-Niro will go 310, maybe 315. That's 30 kilometers or 35 kilometers more than the ID.3. That's around, you kicked me out. Who kicked me out? Nobody kicked you out. That's almost the 10% that the battery is bigger. So it's the same efficiency. And today with the Rakobi test, what charge port does F-150 use then? It has the CCS for the States. That has a different type 1, is it, on top? And then the 2 thing that the CCS has too for fast charging. It's a different plug. I mean, it's the same thing, electricity, but it's a different protocol. So the cars had to have different software so they can communicate with the charger in Europe. That's how it is. Just battery management has to talk to each other. And like I said, e-Niro wasn't the efficiency numbers, so the consumption numbers were not were higher than the ID.3. But again, today it was 11 to 14 or even 15 degrees, and with the ID.3 it was a bit higher. But when I did the Rakobi test with the ID.3, when I had 131 at 90 kilometers an hour, I think it was colder. It was around 14 degrees, and the e-Niro today at 146. So it's not it's not more efficient. And with the range, in the first few days I thought, wow, the range is barely going down, even though I'm pushing it a bit on the way home, bit uphill. But with the 130 kilometers an hour test, when I've seen that the range goes down very slowly, that the GOM is reacting to your consumption very slowly, I was, that's not nice. And so the range is not that high as you think. We had 100 people for a second, only 36 likes. Come on, like, let's do this. I want to see that. 36 likes going up to 50 in 10 seconds. 40? No, we didn't do it. 43. Yeah, that's it. It's okay. 44. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fun to play with that. Every time when I say something, then the number goes high. I'm interacting with you. Yeah. Seats in the e-Niro, awesome. Seat heater, awesome. Seat ventilation is not my thing, but it's great that it has that. This is a fully spec'd version. car that I have in the garage right now. I spec'd it on the Kia side, and it's 48, above 48,000 euros. I don't know if the if they already had the incentives gone that they have, that Kia has to give, the 3,750. What? Our cult leader commands us to like. That's true. Biggest problem with Niro, four-wheel drive. Yeah. Also something, the Kona, when I drove the Kona a few days, 2 years ago, and the Kona has a big problem. Get some likes for it. Thank you, Michael. 5 Swiss crowns. Yeah, it's very nice of you. Thanks for the support. I appreciate that. I want to say, when I drove the Kona, yes, when you floor it, you get spinning wheels and amazing torque steer. The e-Niro is a bit different. I think that the torque is a bit reduced in the beginning, so I didn't have too much spinning wheels, and I don't have any crowns here, no. Oh, do it like this. Greetings from Belgium, greetings from Germany. And also torque steer when you floor it is not that bad. So Mercedes EQA, the torque steer or a spinning wheel was way worse. The e-Niro drives better with that power, and it was okay with on those tires, the 17-inch tires, of course. Well, e-Niro is still expensive. I had a talk with Jill. He wanted to look at a used e-Niro in the Netherlands, and it's still expensive, really expensive. Delivery is pretty slow. I came from Niro to ID.3. It's a huge difference. In what way, huge difference? I mean, there's more space in the ID.3. It's more connected to the accelerator pedal. In the ID.3, when you don't do anything and then you press a bit, you feel power right away. So you have to be a bit more sensitive. And in the e-Niro, when you press it a bit, not a lot is happening, and then it comes in. So it's more of what you prefer more when it comes to that. But ID.3 with rear-wheel drive just feels nice. You can accelerate almost everywhere you want to go. I don't know what you mean. Chris, does the Niro have auto regen option? Yes, it does. And I don't use it. I have the regen always on 3, and I adjust my regen with the accelerator pedal. Tried this with my Kona, and it is by far the most economical way of driving. That's good. I don't care about economical driving. I want it comfortable and easy. Wheel spin on damp roads in the e-Niro. Yes, you get that. That's true. But even in the ID.3, when it's a bit wet, especially with winter tires, when you floor it, you get a bit of spinning wheels, but ESP comes in very fast and stops that then. Can you try the new Kona? I will. I get it in the mid of July. I think July 12th, if I'm not right. I get the facelift Kona for 2 weeks. Get a used e-Niro from Germany because they will sell cheap used cars to get rid of those. Yeah, would be nice. You get around 5,000 euro discount for a fully spec'd e-Niro, almost nothing for ID.3. Something to consider. That's true. So I don't consider that, of course, in my comparison, because I don't know that. And it's every dealer in ID.3, I know they don't get any discount unless it's a first edition and it has to be sold and nobody wants it. But e-Niro, I have no idea. But like I said, it's just on the website of Kia and it's 48. But it's the fully spec. Everything is in there. I mean, that's just awesome. I like that a lot. I mean, the memory seats I don't use, but it's nice to have. Kona doesn't have that. ID.3 doesn't have that. What else was in there? Yeah. I think the biggest reason, two big reasons why I would never get the e-Niro is the beeping. Oh my God, we'll get get into it in a second, what I mean. And adaptive cruise control. Let's start with the second first. Adaptive cruise control works. Any words on changes in ID.3 for 2022 model year? I don't know, except for the higher charging speed, and I don't know if we get that with an update. What do I want to say? Yeah, adaptive cruise control. So the radar doesn't go very far. So when you have your speed set on cruise control at 100 and 500 meters away is a truck driving with 80, it's not slowing down. My ID.3, it does it with 600-700 meters. I noticed that it's slowing down a bit. It looks, yeah, that car might be a bit slow. Maybe I slow down a bit. So it's and then when you are behind that car and that car is, you know, driving a bit faster, slower, in the ID.3, it's doing this kind of a motion. It's not keeping the distance perfectly. It does it in a smooth way, so it gets a bit closer, a bit more distance, just to have the drive a bit comfy. And in the Niro, it's not the perfect thing what the front car is doing, but you feel the jerkiness all the time. And when you turn off the cruise control, you also get a bit of a jerkiness, the same as turning it off. But that's in the ID.3 too, when you turn it off, that's normal. But the adaptive cruise control, it works, but it's not that amazing. Hey, handsome. And baby, update. Come on, it's time. Give us an update. But the worst in the e-Niro is the beeping. You get into the car, you turn it on, and when you don't have your seatbelt on, it beeps 6 times. 6 times it has to beep when you don't have the seatbelt on, when you turn it on. Not when you drive, or not when you put into gear, when you just turn it on. So you put on your seatbelt first, no update, still in the belly. Come on, what's going on? What do you produce here? Someone who's late? Yeah, you're late too all the time, right? But okay, so you put on your seatbelt first and then turn the e-Niro on. Then you get the horrible chime. That's 3 seconds long. In the ID.3, when you turn it off, you get a bing, or in the beginning, but you can turn it off. And in the e-Niro, every time you turn it off, and then when you turn it on, and when you turn it off, the same thing. That's so annoying. And then the last 2 things that are annoying with sound, when you're charging and you want to see the charging speed, every time when you go somewhere else, I impregnated myself. Every time when you so you have the car on charging speed, and then you go and want to see, I don't know what was my average consumption for the last trip, then it beeps and it shows the charging speed. You go somewhere else, it beeps and shows the charging speed. So it's beeping the whole time. You're charging, you're outside the car, you open the door, it beeps and shows the charging speed and the charging screen, percentage and everything. Oh, annoying. And the last thing that's incredibly annoying, in the ID.3, when it's on, I have the key in my pocket, I close the door, get away from the car. It beeps 1 time. Toot. Maybe a bit more. In the e-Niro, I get outside the car and close the door. If I keep the door open, it's fine. If I close the door, it beeps for 5 seconds. If I go to the trunk, open the trunk, close the trunk again, it will beep again, because the key is still outside of the car. Ah, it's annoying. Yeah, the beeping, I couldn't handle that. Every time when I start the car in the morning, I get mad. No. Where were we? I know how silly Chris think the handsome was for him. It's true. Hit up the spicy food. Yeah, see, he knows that too. Spicy food helps with getting the baby out there. It was on Friends, that must be true. My Ioniq 5 is also late. Really? Oh, that's bad. Will its second name be Battery Life Chill? No. How does the IC compare to the new Ioniq 5? Well, if then you have to compare ID.4 to the Ioniq 5, that's the same size. And then Ioniq 5 has about the same range, I would say, same efficiency, but way faster charging speed. I mean, almost double. That's what you get. And I think the software in the Ioniq 5, I haven't seen it yet fully, but I've seen e-Niro and Kona, and I think the Koreans give it a bit more stuff in there that's interesting. I mean, seeing what the motor, the consumption of the motor, instant consumption is, motor, climate, other electronics, and the battery care. It's just awesome in Niro and Kona, and I think they will have that in the Ioniq 5 as well. Yeah. But I think it's more about the drive. This is all the stuff I talk about, the Ioniq 5 or EV6, so Kia. This is all stuff from specs. I have to drive both. I'm still hoping to be able to drive an Ioniq 5 in the mid of June, but I don't know. He hasn't contacted me yet, and I think he already seen an Ioniq 5 or even has one right now. He hasn't said anything, so I don't know if I get there. It would be amazing. I would love that. Miss Hi, of course not. I will be Chris. I ordered an ID.3 Live 2 days ago. I'm so hyped to get it. That's cool. What does the Live have again? Features? Isn't the Live very close to the first edition Plus that I have? I think so. What color? What interior color? What tires? 19-inch? Which rims? Well, I would love to see more of a breakdown of how the battery is being used in the ID.3 in the infotainment system. That would be nice, that's true. But I have to say, this is something I wanted to know in the beginning. To get the car, to know the car a bit better, and especially then when it was cold. So when is the battery heater on, when it is not, what's the temperature of the battery, what is it doing now, all of this. So much dirt in your nose. That was very interesting, but now that I know all of this and I have, oh, by the way, I lost my OBD2 dongle. I don't know if I left it in one car or I put it somewhere and can find it. I have to order a new one, even though I haven't used it since ID.3 with the battery temperature. But maybe I need it again. It's not that expensive. Yeah, it's a Mitsubishi. That's Finnegan's. Oh, my Finnegan. Yes. So right now I don't need that much information anymore. Long evening tonight, 57, 58 now. 114 people and only 58 likes. So we do that again. Everybody likes in 2 seconds, in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and like. 63? 64? Come on. 65. That's okay. 7 more. See? Or 8 more even. That's cool. Thank you guys. Or gals. Is Susanne here? I know names. Caro, Susanne. There's a Julia always commenting. I know the women that are here. Steve Holt. Go for Steve. It's just an amazing thing. I love that. Go for Steve. Go for Steve. It's so weird. Oh my god. Where was I? Spicy food or sex? Yeah, it's true. Or jumping on a belly. No, jumping on a belly. I wouldn't do that. I'm dying with it. What do you think of Tesla? If you didn't hear me yet, I'm not the biggest Tesla fan, the company, but I'm a big fan of the cars. Model 3, Model S are amazing cars. Model X I never drove. Model Y also not. And they're great cars, not the car. Model S would be a car that I could see myself driving all the time. Model 3 is a bit too sporty for me. But I'm not a fan of the company, the whole hype, the whole fanboyism, the whole Elon Musk is a god thing. That's a bit too much for me. I mean, every time when I go through my YouTube feed, even though I've never watched it, I get a video of the Gigafactory in Berlin being built. So every week somebody has to fly over a drone to see how far they are with building. I mean, they're building factories for electric cars everywhere. Nobody's filming it, but with Tesla they have to do that every week. I don't know. That's a bit too much for me. And I heard too many stories of people having to deal with Tesla, and And I also know them from the press department, that they don't have a press department, that I never get a car. But that's not the reason why I'm mad at them. There are other companies that don't give me cars, and I'm not mad at them either. Ioniq 5 software is an evolution, not a revolution, as in the ID.3. What does that mean? Evolution, so it's the next step, and revolution is totally different, right? Hello there, sorry I forgot. That's okay, you don't have to remember that. Just read there are concerns about Hummer in US, super heavy, big, as fast as 100 kilometers an hour in 3 seconds in the hand of guys with too much testosterone. That's true. The main problem of the ID.3 for me is the 6 kilowatt battery heater below 8 degrees for short distances. That's true, but they want to work on that. They didn't tell me what they want to do, but for the next winter they really want to work on that, how they want to deal with the battery heater. Is it a button? Is it a setting? Do you control the battery heater yourself, or can you set only start battery heating after a specific distance? They don't know yet, but they want to make that happen, so it will come. We can only like once. It's not true. You can create a new a new YouTube account and then like again. Not sure, Casper, if it was my channel, I wouldn't. Live with 150 kilowatt motor, white metallic, East Dairy, 18-inch rims, and platinum gray interior with white wheel. Yeah, I have that. Do you have any tips for a first-time electric driver? Enjoy it. You will. First-time electric driver, if you take the car out to drive long distance, drive it down to 10%, then it has the best charging speed if you have a high power charger. And when it's cold, drive a bit more power so the battery gets warm. That's it, with either regen or a lot of power. I have already fired it up to the first 10. That's true. We have 71 likes. Woo, almost done. 100 likes is the limit. We like you. Give a hug back. I hug you. Have a charger at home, depending on how you drive, 2 kilowatt or 11 kilowatt or something in between. Something like that. ID.4 seems like a great value in the USA. I tried to spec a Bolt EV and wasn't that much cheaper when you add everything. Yeah, ID.4 in the States is amazing with those 2 or 3 years free charging on the Electrify America network. That seems pretty great. And if they get it to work with the ID.4 with plug and charge, like the Mach-e, then it's cool. Any news about small battery MEB press cars? Nope. Nothing. Model 3 is ugly. I don't think so. It's not the best looking car, but I wouldn't call it ugly. Casper, don't waste money for him. That's true. I could buy him a new OBD2 with a wire around his wrist. Oh god, you mean? Model 3 drives like a Super Mini at best. It is very sporty, but it's also a lot of power and it can be a lot of fun. But as a daily driver, it's too sporty and too loud for me. My real life range on the motorway is really far off the 420 kilometers WLTP, almost 40%. That's the only disappointing thing about the ID.3 for me. Well, then you haven't did any research on electric cars. Motorway and WLTP range are two totally different things. A WLTP range is a test that's standard for city, country, a bit of highway, and they do it in a lab and in a wind tunnel, and then they calculate the thing. So because I drove the ID.3 440 kilometers at 90 kilometers an hour on the motorway. When you drive faster or when you need heat, AC, it's all different. At 130, for example, in the summer without AC, ID.3 drove 280. But that's normal. The new Ioniq 5, Tesla Model 3, when you drive 130, it's not 500 kilometers of range. That's just how it is. That's normal. Tesla fans also can't accept any criticism or different views. It all depends on the people, but that's what fanboyism is. But I experienced that with Mercedes too on my channel. Fanboys hating on Germany now. Germans are too lazy. Look at delays. Europe sucks. Should have kept money here. That's also good. Oh god. Yep, Jasper, it's top on my list to get. Will you do any video after signing NDS? Any invites by Volkswagen soon? NDS was not with Volkswagen, and no invites from Volkswagen. Nothing. And also not ID.3 with the small battery. Nothing going on these days. I hope, like I said, Ioniq 5 at some point. I hope I get invited to something EV6 or the Cupra Born at some point. That would be nice. In September is the motor show, but in Munich this time. And have you seen that? In the week where the motor show is, second week of September, there's also the ID meeting in Switzerland. So all ID cars on the MEB platform even says so, I think. From Switzerland, Austria or whatever can go there. Why not the Porsche Taycan? I'm not getting one. Porsche doesn't like me, it doesn't give me a car. I emailed them, I'm pretty sure, dozens of times. And that meeting, I don't know if I go there. I know that there will be something special that would be nice, but I don't know if I can drive it. And if I can't drive it, then I don't know if I want to go there. But maybe it is at the motor show as well. Maybe I can drive it then. We'll see. I will try to get close to that. You could start filming the progress of all the other factory building in Germany. Yeah, that's true. Some factory that has nothing to do with cars. When are you getting first sponsor? I thought you were copying Tesla, Björn. I'm not getting a sponsor so far. If somebody comes to me and say, hey, yeah, Marcus is here, by the way. It is fun to drive ID.3. Is this a question or a thing? It is fun to drive the ID.3. And I think it's more fun than most other EVs. I think so. Even Polestar, I loved the Polestar 2. It had a lot of power, a lot of regen. But overall package, like I said, I want to do that meeting, I want to do the video why I still like my ID.3 the best, even that I drove 28 cars and soon 29 on Friday with the MG. Maybe with the Ioniq 5, then 30. Would be nice. Which brand should sponsor Chris? Yeah, some game that had nothing to do with me. I don't know, Tank Wars or something. I don't know if this exists. Oh my god. Still interested in me live streaming birth? Cam is already on tripod next to bed. You're doing it at home? Isn't it dangerous? You know, stuff can happen. Don't want a doctor there or so? What's the next car on your driving list? Would love to see your take on the Ioniq 5. It seems to be much bigger than it looks like. Yeah, next car is, right now I have the Niro. On Friday I get the MG ZS EV. And in the mid of June I get the ID.4. In the mid of July I get the Hyundai Kona facelift. All cars for 2 weeks. I'm working on an Ioniq 5 to get to drive, but not for long. If then maybe an hour, and I have to go there and something, so I cannot do any real tests with it. That's a shame. But I'm working on it. I'm working on EV6. I'm working on Cupra Born, like I said, but I don't know. Do you use any OBD reader with ID.3? I'm thinking of getting one to get more data because the Volkswagen app sucks. I did use OBD. It's not ODB, it's OBD. I have no idea what it stands for. Something bus, whatever. OBD2. And I had one, but I lost it somehow. But I used it. I made a few videos about it. EV Notify can show you a lot of things. It can show you the state of charge shown, state of charge, the real state of charge of the battery, the voltage and the amps being used right now, the kilowatt hours used and kilowatt hours for charging, and lowest and highest battery temperature, and the temperature of the inlet for the battery, so you can see if it's warming up the battery or not. I used it a bit to see, but after owning the ID.3 for almost 9 months now, in June 11 will be 9 months, onboard diagnostic. Thank you. See, I don't need it anymore, I have to say. I'm now a user. I don't get so deep anymore. But they're trying stuff. I know that they're trying to bring more data because it's a lot of people are asking for it. They're trying to bring more data to the ID.3. I don't know which they want, but we'll see. A bathrobe producer, it would be nice too. Marcus, I'm a big Mr. EV family fan, but you have a better family. Yeah, I tried to watch one of those. Oh, Rich is here. Happy bank holiday weekend all. Hey Rich, how are you? Come in and talk a bit. Not just putting money here. Let's talk a bit. I don't know anything. You give me the most money. Well, almost. I have a lot of patrons that do more. But we don't know anything about you. What are you driving an EV? Which one? Are you interested in EV at all? Yeah. And back to Mr. EV. I tried to watch one video. I think it was about the Zoe. And I had to turn it off. I was falling asleep. I couldn't watch it. The woman was only in there for the first 10 seconds. I watched it for a few minutes and then I was there. But I'm old and I was busy this week. Really busy. I was amazingly tired. The last few days work was hard, and then Friday evening the range test. Yesterday I didn't do anything. I was just we went and got cake and stuff. That was amazing. And then today, this morning, I did the Rakobi test and filmed other 2 videos with the Niro. I'm again tired. And I still have to edit all of those. I still have to edit the charging video for the Peugeot, and I have a lot to do. And that's why I don't watch any videos anymore of Björn. That's true. Jill is right. Don't copy me. I lost 25 subscribers in one day yesterday. But I think there's something wrong, because YouTube says for the last 3 days there was not one subscriber, and that's weird. So it was 0, then -4, 0, -7, and 0, and that never happened ever. So I think there's something wrong with the counting. It's really weird. Any Ford mach-e in Germany? I think they are at the dealer. I asked a few dealers to get to drive. They didn't reply. I asked Ford. They didn't reply. They didn't care. I don't know. Marcus, I'm sure your wife cannot compete with Flavia though. I bought OBD because I thought I could not live without it, but I've never used it. I use my OBD in winter to see if battery temp is high enough to charge. Kia Hyundai needs 25 degrees to charge optimally. Yeah, that's a good thing. But I always think if I'm driving 130 and I don't want to drive more because I have calculated the range and everything, and then I'm there anyways, and then it's gonna charge anyway. So even at very cold temperatures, when I drove on the highway 180 kilometers at 130, it was warm enough to charge with 100 kilowatt. Yes, I understood that. Rich the richest. Marcus, what about getting sponsored by your glasses brand? That's true. What do you think of the Cupra Born? It looks really nice. It does. It really looks nice. I mean, under the hood, it's the exact same as the ID.3, so it will drive exactly the same. I'm interested in this boost, where you get 170 kilowatt for a few seconds. And that means 6.3 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. That looks interesting, but it comes only in 2020, so not this year. See that. I got +2 this weekend on my channel, and a percent, that is quite a lot. That's true. YouTube Studio was buggy yesterday. Seems like Transport Evolved have been having some problems with YouTube too lately. It was, when was it? It was yesterday, yes, Saturday. I saw this happening. It was weird. Haven't gained any subscribers since my dancing banana videos live. Oh, so sorry. Jill, yes, good idea. Rate My Takeaway has 250,000 subscribers in a few months. Kids, we don't drive 130 here. Polizei is getting you past 120. Speed limit is 100. I'm so sorry. That's why I do the 90 kilometers an hour test as well. What does Rate My Takeaway do? Rate takeaways. I don't get it. Yeah, the boost is what intrigues me. It might be an option for me after I move house this year. Yeah, I think more, maybe at some point they're really gonna produce the IDX. So an all-wheel drive ID.3, and that would be my thing. Big battery, all-wheel drive, 300 kilowatt. That would be my thing. And then charging speed to 200 kilowatt. Then I don't need Ioniq 5 for EV6 and still a compact car. I love the size of my... Can you do a 100 kilometer challenge only for Dutch people? Yes, he rates takeaways. 100 kilometers an hour. Why all-wheel drive? Because all-wheel drive, you have the best traction. You have it on all four wheels. It's just you floor it, you don't get spinning wheels. It's amazing. I loved all-wheel drive rules in the electric cars. And you get the best acceleration because all four wheels with two motors. Exactly, the electric equivalent of a Golf R. That's what I want. What is the talk about 130 kilowatt charging speed for ENIAC? Depends what battery. Come on, Rich. Yes, I love EVs. I drive my girlfriend's Tesla Model 3 long range. Love it. I'm not that much of a chatty person. Well, you said 2 sentences. Thank you very much. By the way, you don't have to do 5 pounds every time. 1 pound is enough if you just want to do it like that. I always say you shouldn't do it, eh? Yeah, what's the talk about 130 kilowatt charging speed for ENIAC? The smallest battery ID.3 already is in the configurator with 110. The middle battery at 120. So we'll see what will come for the big battery or any other changes. Somebody says 6. Yes. Marcus, why don't you rate things nicer than takeaways? What about rate my god, Bacalhau in Portugal? I have no idea what that is. See, Rich saving money, driving someone else's car and spending on Chris instead. That's a good plan. I like that. It's after 19 now, Jill. We can drive 130 now. It's true. I'm thinking rate my Adiga. What are you guys talking about? ID.3 GTX is best for all the people living in the region with snow and all the fans of Alp riding. And for me. Sorry, I rarely drive after 19. Yeah, you rarely drive at all. You're always at home. Working from home, doing stuff from home, right? Yeah, but that would be my thing. ID.3 all-wheel drive. Rate my Chris has no idea. I have no idea. I never have an idea. You always talk about stuff that I have no idea of. That's me. I don't know anything. No, but I like the size of my ID.3. I like how it drives, and then the stuff that's missing is even faster charging speed. I want 200 kilowatt. Will never happen. And I want all-wheel drive. I want more power. ID.3 is good, but I could go with more power. Even 230 kilowatt would be okay. No, 250. Unknowledgeable Chris. Yeah, that's me. You know that. 75 likes, 104 people. That means there are at least 29 people here who did not like. When we're at 100 likes, I can go. Me neither, but after a too long working day, I can hammer home. Kid size. So something sportier, huh? Yeah, that would be nice. That's why I thought about getting the Kia EV6, because it was a newer car, all-wheel drive, 585 horsepower. That's the stuff. But then I found out it's all leather seats, and I don't want leather seats. So and by the way, I got the email from Kia that okay, you have reservation. Please select the car dealer you want. You want to order the car. I selected the dealer next here, which is 20 kilometers away. And he called once last week during the day at home. What do you think? I don't work? He didn't leave a message. He didn't email me. They have my email address. They have my phone number. And he called once. And like I said, didn't leave a message. And that was it. I find it a bit weak. That, I don't know, if he calls me and then doesn't get a thing, then maybe leaves a message. Hey, this is Kia. Maybe you said you wanted a Kia EV6 GT, and we can do that here with a contract and whatever. So they're not really that much behind trying to sell the EV6 at that dealer. That's a bit late as usual. Caro is here. Woo! One woman. Where's Susanne? Where's Julia? There was another one. We always forget the name. It's awesome. Sorry, we did that. Chris, when do you reckon we'll get something new in the ID.3 Reconnect ID? It's been months since new stuff in car and been over half a year since something new in the app. So the last new stuff was with 2.0. It was for me in December. New stuff for the ID.3 software will come with the over-the-air updates in the next few weeks. I know around when, but I can't say. And I will also get to know what is in the update and how it works before that, and I can make a video. But I still have to wait for Volkswagen to tell me what I can say, because it's always a problem. They have to be sure what is in the update, because if I say something that's in the update and then they change that, then, hey, he said it's in there, but now it's not in there, and blah, blah, blah. And how the whole update process works and where and how. Yeah, I found out that, I can talk about that. It's very interesting that a third of owners of the ID.3 do not use their WeCharge account. So they do not use the app. And if you don't use the app, you cannot get over-the-air updates. If you don't have a WeConnect ID account and connect your car with the app, it cannot update over the air. Also, for the over the air update, you need version 2.1. If you have still 2.0 or even before that, and you're thinking, oh, over the air update's coming soon, so I don't update now. No, you need 2.1 to have over the air updates, and you need the WeConnect ID app in use. It has to be connected to an account, otherwise it doesn't work. You cannot update the car where we are this. It's funny about power sometimes. I miss the more power in my ID.4, but then again I have more than enough when driving in the city and also to 130 on the highway. Hi anyway. Hi Caro. It's true, ID.3 is also enough power, but sometimes it would be a bit nice. Goddamn peeps, we said no chatting. Who's the chatting? Me? Hi Marty, hi late again too, late dinner tonight. That's okay. Hi Marty, I still hangover about yesterday's victory. Who won? Is it the Eurovision again? I have no idea. Can you give an estimate till update then? Are we looking at some weeks? What week do we have now? We are tomorrow, week 22. I say it's next month, okay? Say it like this. But that's what they told me. It could change. I don't know if that's true. It could change. Next update 2.2, I think so. Maybe even more. I don't know. You think that other woman is Dara? Might be a woman or a man. Maybe it was that. I'm not good with that. 2.5, 3.0. In Portugal, we still cannot use our 600 euro card. Yeah, that's awesome. Those 5 ID.3s in Portugal, I'm so mean. My ID.3 is still struggling with 2.1. Over-the-air updates frighten me. I can't connect my car. No QR code is presented. Yeah, that's weird. I find it interesting that some cars have that and other cars don't. They all have the same hardware and the same software. That's weird. For me, that looks like that there is a control unit in the car that was wrong and they have to change it, but some dealers have no idea what it is. It seems like it's that. Hi, Carol Jill was celebrating a lot. All right. Chris, some people bought an i3 and have no idea how to update stuff. No tech savvy. Yeah, but you still need that account so it gets updates. That's it. European champions. It's not like Chelsea had German players and trainer. Oh wait. Well, how would I know that? I don't watch soccer and I don't watch normal television. How would I know? Yeah, pretty sure many people will never update their software. Different versions of controllers. Yeah, maybe that. That's bad. But the thing is, or maybe it's good, or maybe it's bad, but people who say, I don't ever want to update my car except for at the dealer, I don't want over-the-air updates to change my car, if they don't get the, WeConnect ID app and connect it, they never get over-the-air updates, and then it always changes, always stays at that spot if they like that. Not with Tesla, where you at some point you have to get the update. Different version of controls. Yeah, the e-corsa 1 was replaced. Now e-corsa 3 has to be replaced. My car is a lemon. No, I was on my car. I had two e-corsa replaced as well. The first one was when I had the 12 volt, problem where everything shut down in the morning. No, it was even 3. The first one was when I had the 12 volt. No, they just updated the software on 1. Yes. Then I had the thing where in the morning the lights didn't work and I had to disconnect the 12 volt battery and everything worked. This was a control unit that they changed and then it worked. This was in December. And then my odometer didn't work. And they fixed that with some software tweaking. And then Volkswagen says when you do that, you should also change a control unit. And then they did that as well. They changed the control unit for the odometer. And since then, the car is working. Stop using the state of charge word. This is foosball. Yeah, foosball, soccer, whatever. I don't know. Football is the game Tom Brady plays. The other is called soccer. Over the updates on Tesla is like updates on your phone. 25 minutes almost every 2 weeks for FSD. FSD. I don't know what that means. It's great that it's just short updates and done very fast. It's just cool. When I talked to one of the Volkswagen managers, we talked about over-the-air updates, and they said they don't know yet, and I'm pretty sure it's with this update already, how deep they want to let over-the-air updates go, because it can go down to the core like Tesla is doing it. But it looks like they don't want to do that, and I'm a bit on board on that. I don't want an over-the-air update and then something really in the core like regen, so necessary things that safety things could not be working because of a software problem. And I'm okay with that, I have to say. Sorry, I'm stuck in my 1990 German. S is so beautiful. Yeah, I still use that too. Are your rear seatbelt monitors reversed? Does your dashboard creak? Or your seatbelt monitors? What is a seatbelt monitor? My seatbelt is not reversed. I've seen it. Inigo had that, where in the middle seat or one of the seats, the seatbelt was in the back, not in the front, and my dashboard did not crack. No, I'm sorry. Oh my, I'm gonna flip. Soccer is for suckers. Did Canadian invented football? I have no idea. The Brits invented football and they haven't given it the name football. Really? A Canadian invented basketball, not sure about football. Pretty sure we invented hockey. What do the Brits use? Have damn autocorrect. Yeah. What do the Brits use? Being European, I call it football in English. I don't call it at all because I never talk about it. I just say soccer because I hear it the most because I'm listening to American podcasts or something. Canadian invented Hawaiian pizza. I thought it was from Finland somehow. Getting off topic here. Still only 89 likes. We're not getting to 100. What's going on? I mean, we're doing this for, what time is it? 80 minutes? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do a live stream today. I'm sorry this morning because I also didn't do the 90 kilometers range test because I didn't want to and I thought it takes too long. And we know that it will be around 500 kilometers anyway. I was too lazy this morning. I thought the Kobe test is more interesting and to see if my 130 kilometers test is around that number and then we can see what the 90 kilometers an hour test is anyway. Soccer is an English word, not American. It means associated football. Look at that. I love Hawaiian pizza. Everyone gives out when I order it. I love Hawaiian pizza too. In Canada, country of Hawaiian pizza. Yum yum. Likes for Chris. Go for Steve. Every time. Every time you say something, I have to do it. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, have you seen that? Ioniq 5 and an EV6 have a 15,000 kilometer. I think there was a time too. Service interval. So every 15,000 kilometers, so almost every year you have to get a service, and every 2 years or 30,000 kilometers, the cooling liquid for the battery has to be changed. Love from India. Hello. Love back to India. Ruggers and suckers. Pineapple should not be anywhere near pizza. Yes, it should. It's amazing. Sorry I'm late. My family remains faultless. That's good. Okay. Money, 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 money. When do you say Steve Holt? The whole time. Every time when Go for Steve says something. Because Go for Steve. Steve Holt. That's how you do it. 93 likes. Come on. Get 200 likes. Team Hawaiian Pizza. That's true. It's awesome. I had a Hawaiian pizza in Chemnitz once. A vegan one. That was cool. Go for Steve Holt. You have to change your name now. Artificial maintenance. You need to visit the dealer for a new battery coolant. That's what they say on the Facebook group. I have no idea if that's true. Zoe E-Tech advertised with 245 miles range. Really? On such a small platform? Well, is it... What is 245 miles? I have to think. 1.36? Is it 1.6? I'm not good. It's 1.6, right? 245 miles or 1.6 is 392 kilometers. Yes, I drove the Zoe ZE50 to above 400 kilometers at 90 kilometers an hour. It doesn't have that on highway speeds or when you need heat in winter and stuff. It's cool. We always call it soccer in England. Then in the 90s, everybody started calling it football instead in England. Did you watch Mr. EV since we mentioned him? We already talked about it. I watched a few minutes with this Zoe and I couldn't watch it. I had to stop. With a service requirement like that, it would be a deal breaker for me. I don't know if this is a big deal. I won't like it because I want you to continue. That's a lie. That's such a lie. You want to go to bed and be done with it. Caro, when you get your ID.3, we want to see a picture or something. How ironic, England has invented a sport they had to cheat to win the World Cup. Oh my god. Whew. Robin today. Great. When you uploaded the video. See? Yeah, he did today. The F-150 comparison to ID.3. You should look back at me, EV. You miss Flaviana. Mr. EV. Yeah, like I said, I watched that Renault's Zoe video, the first few minutes, and she was in there for a second, and then he was talking, and then it was no. But again, I'm at that level right now where I'm so busy with cars that I don't watch EV channels. So Björn uploaded so many videos in the last 3 weeks, I didn't watch one. I just read the headline, okay, new record with the e-tron GT, and then maybe watch the last 2 seconds. What was the time? It's 9 hours 30 minutes. Well, I drove Model 3 9 hours and 15 minutes. Did that, done that. It's fine. Mr. V has a very expensive camera, but sound and image quality is always bad. That's weird. Huh. I thought sound was okay though when I watched it. What's next on the menu? Food? Yeah, MG said this EV this Friday, and then another 1.5 weeks, and then ID.4. I'm looking forward to that. To have the ID.4 for a while. Car needs service. Also electric cars, brakes, shock absorbers, fluids need attention. E-tron 2? Nope. I don't get an e-tron. Oh, and pizza. Team football. Is there not a video from Björn? Not a day in the calendar? It's not a day in the calendar. Yeah, usually does one a day, huh? Yeah, and again, I didn't watch any videos, anything doing with electric cars. I watched other stuff. I love Potato Jet. I like him a lot. He's doing stuff with camera equipment, and then he has a vlog channel. What he does, he lives in California, in LA, with his, I don't know, wife or girlfriend. I think wife and 3 dogs or 2 dogs. 3 to go. And I find him very likable. That's why I watched it. So it's more like a vlog, what they did that day. And I watched Linus Tech Tips, of course, but not every video. Let's face it, e-tron GT is a Tesla killer. Yeah, but a bit more expensive. That's still the problem. I mean, this is what it beat was the time of a Model 3 for 55,000 euros, and the e-tron GT, what is it, double the price, 110, something like that. Yeah, so they still have to work on that. But of course, it's a different car. You can see, or 90,000, you can see that for 55,000 euros, what Model 3 has, you can see some downside, of course. Cars don't kill humans, kill cars, human do. Yes. Sometimes a bit Tour de France, but only bots for the summer feeling. Yeah. No, I watched Marcus Brownlee with the F-150. That was a very interesting video, if you haven't seen that. That was awesome. What else did I watch? Chase to Send sometimes. I watch How Ridiculous, because it's just so crazy. 3 Australians doing dropping things on other things. It's just stupid. It's just mindless. I don't even watch if then fast forward next news from next move, if there's not something amazingly interesting in it. And again, they always show Tesla stuff, especially again Tesla Gigafactory. Who cares? Where else do I watch? Sometimes unbox therapy, sometimes engineering explained. I'm so mean, but I loved the video he did that the new Tesla Model S Plaid Plus cannot do 0 to 100 to 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. Under 10 seconds, he can't do that. He showed it with math. It's not possible, and also not, of course, 100 kilometers an hour. He can do that. MKBHD, yes, that's Marcus Brownlee. We don't need Tesla killers. We need loads of good EVs and quite a few of them affordable ones. Which model ID.4? I'm pretty sure it will be first edition Max. Pretty sure that's the press cars. Marcus, you should become Tesla reviewer to reach 1 million faster than Chris. That's true. You should be a big Tesla lover. That should help. You should watch Australian Choose Media. They produced a fake Australian government EV ad. It's hilarious. That's cool. What else do I watch? CinemaSins. Sometimes it's just... And, of course, Jim Jeffries. I love my Australian comedian. That's my thing. I love his podcast and I love his comedy. That's my thing. Mehdi Hapoya sometimes is also camera equipment. Rich Rebuilds. Haven't watched him for a long time. I don't know. Gets in a different direction, or maybe it's not just my thing anymore. Something like that. Yeah, Fully Charged. I'm subscribed, but I never watch. Peter McKinnon. Also because of camera stuff and because I can see what you can do with editing and camera. And sometimes it's very interesting to see what they can do with knowledge and time. I like that. Where were we? No news from the co-host front? Nope. So Andreas Hinnel replied and he said, if we do it in German, then I'm up for it. And I replied, sorry, I want to do it in English because only 13% of the people watching are from Germany. And I haven't heard from him. But again, what would he say? Of course. So that's the co-host front. Australian government is best government. Did you try Car Scanner Pro yet? It has ID.3, ID.4 support. It has some other functionality in EV Notify. Nope. Haven't tried it, but I also don't need it anymore. I think that the whole scanning my ID.3 is over and I only needed the battery temperature and kilowatt for charging. The Choose Media is comedy as well. Marcus Loser, you didn't get it for free. 99. It's true. I guess I have one who is interested in EV but has not one, but he has a solar power roof and is from Bavaria, an electric engineer. Wasn't that the guy you sent me? That I emailed him. You told me that thing. He didn't reply. And you should watch Marcus. He makes the impossible possible cute. Hello, hey Lars. I remember your name every time. It's just so long. You have to remember. 100 likes. We stop the stream in a minute. Try lockpicking lawyer. Over 3 million subs. My God. Wolf, why not you? That's true. Wolf, I think, is far away. I think he's far away. Yes. Another one. God, there's so many, huh? Yeah, but we have 100 likes and we did 1.5 hours. I think it's enough for the day. I'm tired. I'm up very early and did a lot of filming. Still have to film a few videos this week. Marble Run. Yeah, I watched it once. You can see it and be like, interesting, and that's it. No, I'm not watching that again. Hi, have you heard anything about power upgrade for ID.3 as an advertisement with an ID.3? I have heard stuff, but I can't say anything because it's not set in stone. Wolf is 800 kilometers away. It's a bit far. I liked. Thank you, Laura. So you were the 100th like. Cool. Time to give some attention to Cindy. No, she's in bed since 7 p.m. So no, that's why the stream is at 7:20, because she goes to bed at 7 until we bring the pups to bed. It's 7:20. Marble Run is sometimes filmed in dunes close by my house. Take care. Any update on scheduled charging ID.3? No, we'll see with the new over-the-air update if it will work. Okay, go for Steve. Steve Old. You all take care. Enough for today. We'll see you next Sunday with the MG ZS EV. I'm pretty sure I will do. Well, I have the MG for 2 weekends, so I will do my test on 2 weekends. The EV Niro I only had 1 weekend, but I have it this week. We have the week off, but I have stuff to do. As always when it's holiday. And I want to relax a bit. My Volkswagen point of info. It's good. Okay. Stöger channel. He's from Bavaria. Might be close to Passau because he is at the university. Alexander Stöger. Now, who is going to get battery life tattoo? Nobody, hopeful. I hope so. I look at that Stöger. Is the name of the channel that? There it is. It's 38,000 subscribers.
Hi Leute, heute in Elektrotraining in 5 Minuten was Besonderes. Und
Oh my god, he's Bavarian? Oh my god. But I think he's more into electric things. I don't know if he wants to drive. I think about it. Okay. You all take care. Have a great week. Enjoy your life. Everything's cool. Bye.